argument as much as Jordan or LeBron, and that's Kobe. And, it's times like these where you so miss Kobe. And I would just say that the greatest podcast that we never had was Kobe and LeBron. Because the framing of this, you talk about how LeBron has contributed to this. Kobe contributed to this too. Because the Kobe mentality the mamba mentality was championship or bust. And while Jordan and LeBron is the eternal debate, I have, observed and learned that for the modern player, including so many of today's players, LeBron's contemporaries, you're either a Kobe guy or a LeBron guy. And I know that Kobe, if he was on the other side of that table, other than Steve Nash, he would have had some words for LeBron, and they wouldn't have been.
You're damn right.
There wouldn't have been an agreement.
You're damn right.
So I do think that this is also a Kobe-LeBron ideology. Yeah.
Well, you can say it's an ideology, but you said, hold on, Dougie, the last point. You can say it's an ideology, Wendy, but you also really, really told the truth on this one. First of all, Kobe would have had a few words, but I tell you why he wouldn't have. Because LeBron would have never said that sitting across the table from Kobe. Because he knows it would have been an instant argument. There's no way in hell he would have said that. Never. He wouldn't have said that across the table from Pat Riley.
When I got a whiff of this clip at work, I couldn't wait to get home, sit right here in this dusty-ass seat, turn on this camera and this microphone, and talk about it. Oh, I've been waiting for this. First of all, Kobe's contribution to ring culture and how it differs from LeBron James. Number one, Kobe Bryant always cared, more than anything, about winning championships. It was always about winning championships with Kobe, okay? He three-peated. When they lost in the playoffs, in the 2002-2003 NBA season, they lost to the Spurs, trying to four-peat. Mans was on the bench crying in tears and gave one of the most epic, immediate, on-court post-game interviews that you will ever see from a basketball player.
Appreciate your time. How disappointed are you?
Well, I just hate losing. It's a tough loss. They played extremely well. We just have to get ready for the offseason. Next season for us starts right now.
Can you assess exactly what went wrong? Was it too many injuries? Was it Shaq's foot at the beginning of the year? Can you begin to assess why you lost this series?
Nah, we have a million and one excuses that we could go to. Fact of the matter is, we're not going to make any. They played better than we did in this series. We had our opportunities to win it. Didn't go for us. So we just have to regroup. Like I said, next season starts right now, and come back next season ready to play.
How much harder will you work in this offseason now to get back to the championship?
I'll push myself to exhaustion.
Kobe, we thank you for your time. All right, let's go over to Michelle Tafoya with Tim Bunkin and David Robinson.
You can't tell me this guy doesn't care about winning. Yes, he was the individual talent. Yes, getting buckets was part of his game. Scoring a lot of points was part of his game. But it was always about winning for Kobe being Bryant. Make no mistake about it. And then, after him and Shaq separated, he was even more determined and more focused to get championships, even though he had 3, because he knew people were not giving him the respect he deserved for being a 3-time champion. So now I have to go out and get him without Shaq, just to shut the noise up and prove all of you that doubted me and my contributions that I can do this without Shaq. And he did it. Back-to-back 3 straight finals appearances without Shaquille O'Neal. And even after that, he was still always about winning championships. When some could say, after being a 5-time champion and all your other accolades and accomplishments, what left do you have to prove, Kobe? But he was still hungrier than everybody else in the NBA and still wanted number 6 more than most people wanted number 1. Those are just the facts. It was always about the championships with Kobe, because he knew at the end of the day, when it came to being matched up with the other greats, the all-time greatest players of all time, championships does hold weight when having these conversations. Is it the end-all be-all? No, but it's a pretty heavy brick. It was very much championship or bust. Kobe Bryant's mentality. He played to win. If you didn't win, back to the drawing board next season. LeBron James has been on the record plenty of times saying it's just basketball. We failed to get it done, though we were the favorites. Or we failed to get it done, period. Doesn't mean our season was a failure. Failed to meet expectations. Underperformed as a whole. Our season wasn't a failure. We had a good season. He's been on the record saying this many, many, many times.
You know, and I've done it with him. So I'm not a guy that you should ask that, because I don't feel a way about anybody that don't want to strive to be as close to perfect as possible. And it's just basketball. At the end of the day, it's just basketball.
It's not a failure. It's not like, we came together as a team. We wanted to be as great as we can be. We just didn't accomplish a lot of the things that we would have hoped. But, obviously I'll take, you follow me, any of my career, when we don't succeed, I take a lot of the responsibility. And that's just who I am.
He started that trend of dodging accountability by saying, there's bigger things in life than basketball. Now you got other players doing that. To each their own. We're not here talking about life. We're interviewing you. We're not asking about what you do at home. What are your issues at home? I'm asking you about your basketball career specifically. Now they dodging questions. LeBron James didn't give a damn about winning championships early in his career. And then, when he constantly started getting compared to Kobe as LeBron James got better as a basketball player, and he was constantly losing, and he was constantly running away from taking the big shots or missing the big shots, the narrative was, he ain't Kobe, he ain't Kobe, he ain't Kobe, he ain't Kobe, he ain't Kobe. It was on ESPN, it was on the networks at the time. That was the narrative. And it wasn't wrong, it wasn't a false narrative, it was the truth. And he got tired of hearing that. So then, he was all about getting a championship so much that he ditched his team after being the favorites to make the finals 2 years in a row, didn't make the finals, ran off to Miami, collaborated with Dwayne Wade, a top 3 player, and Chris Bosh, arguably a top 10 player, disrupted the competitive balance in the already overall weak Eastern Conference so that he could go get a championship. So much so that he started the new free agency / super team era / teaming up with your friends, trying to stack the deck. He did it again in Cleveland. Then you got Kevin Durant doing it and other players doing it. And we have finally started to get away from that here recently. Thank God. But that's how LeBron James contributed to ring culture. 2 very different dynamics there. And now, as you see, LeBron James doesn't give a damn about championships anymore. Why? Because he's done more losing than winning, and he only has 4 championships to show for 20 plus years, and he realized now that that boat has pretty much sailed. So since this doesn't work in favor of my narrative, I'm going to downplay championships. Stephen A. Smith is absolutely right. Wendy, talking about Kobe Bryant, will have some words for LeBron James. Oh, absolutely. He said it was the greatest podcast we never had, LeBron James and Kobe Bryant. And this podcast would have never happened. For one, we know how LeBron James likes to run his podcast. You cannot disagree with him. Anybody sitting in that seat, whether it's JJ Redick, now Steve Nash, and whoever is coming after him, They will not disagree with him. It's not in the script. You have to be a yes man. You have to agree with everything this guy says on his podcast. Who wants to watch that? It's going to be Clutch affiliates, people paid a handsome amount of money to push the LeBron James narrative and agree with everything he says. That show would have never happened. A Kobe Bryant LeBron podcast would have never happened because Kobe Bryant ain't doing that. He's not doing that. First of all, could have never existed. Never. Now, it would be an interesting podcast if both parties were being honest with each other and they would be bumping heads all day because they have two different mentalities. Now, Stephen A. Smith is 100% correct. LeBron James is a phony. LeBron James does not have balls. If Kobe Bryant was sitting on the opposite side of that table instead of Steve Nash, those words would not have came out of LeBron James's mouth. Hell no. Because Kobe would have ripped him a new asshole. And I promise you, the majority of people watching these shows in these comment sections that were being honest especially would agree with Kobe Bryant's take and his mentality when it comes to these things. Are championships the end all be all when evaluating overall careers? No, but you weigh them appropriately with context and the rest of the career. But they are major chips on the table. LeBron James wouldn't have said that. He absolutely wouldn't. And I would respect him more if he was honest about it. Whether I agreed or disagreed, I could respect him more as a man if he was honest. But I know for damn sure he wouldn't. And he would cower. Two men walk in the room, LeBron James and Kobe Bryant. Who has the more masculine aura? Who comes off more as a man? A more authoritative figure? It's Kobe Bryant. And LeBron James knows that. That's why he would cower and go against what he believes just to agree with Kobe. LeBron James is a goddamn pussy. He is. He is. LeBron James is a pussy, man. He is. He is. Kobe Bryant is a guy with no back down. Legit no back down in him. Mentally, physically, you name it. Kobe is going to speak his mind and speak his opinion whether you like it or not. And LeBron James knows that. He does not have the balls to approach Kobe as a man and speak his honest opinion when he knows it isn't in line with Kobe Bryant, or just to offer legit criticism to Kobe Bryant. Whether he's right or he's wrong, he does not have the kahunas. He's a pussy. And this is right in line with something I said a long time ago. Something that LeBron James did that did not sit right with me, and I made a video about it. Going back to the Olympics, right? There was something Kobe Bryant did in the game. I don't know. Took a bad shot, something along those lines. I can't exactly remember. And LeBron James had a problem with it. He didn't like it. He felt it was the type of basketball that the team needed. We were not playing that type of basketball. This ain't the Lakers. Something along those lines. And all LeBron James had to do, especially being a co-captain of the team, all he had to do was go to Kobe Bryant, talk to him man to man. Hey, this is what I saw. This is what I don't like. You know, if it was a one-off thing, if I've seen you do it a couple times, whatever. Kobe Bryant would have respected him as a man to have the balls to come to me straight up. You got a problem with me? We both captains here. You co-captain. What's up? What's your problem? Let me know. Let's talk about it. He didn't have the balls to go to Kobe Bryant. He went behind Kobe Bryant's back. He went to Coach K, bitched to Coach K about it, and told Coach K to go talk to Kobe. And Coach K did that. And Kobe Bryant, being a professional, said, all right, Coach, I understand. Now, I don't know if Coach K told Kobe, LeBron told me to tell you, or if Coach K came at Kobe like, this is what I want from you, Kobe. But if Coach K said, this is a message from LeBron, I promise you, Kobe Bryant was shaking his damn head internally, disgusted, and probably confirmed anything he might have thought about LeBron James not having balls and being a pussy. Not having the balls to take the final shot so many times, passing on it. Not having the kahunas to simply talk to me for basketball reasons and we're on the same team. But you can't come to me face to face. If Coach K told Kobe that LeBron told him that, I promise you, Kobe's looking at this guy like, this dude's a sucker. This dude's a sucker. Pussy. Sucker. I promise you. And the fact that years later, after Kobe Bryant passed away, LeBron James wants to tell this story publicly to brag about himself. Saying like, yeah, I did this. I said this about Kobe. Yeah, I told Kobe to fix this. I'm like, dude, that doesn't look good on you. I don't give a damn if Kobe might have made a bad basketball play and you disagreed with how Kobe was playing. This looks bad on you because you didn't have the balls to tell Kobe yourself. Like a little bitch. You went behind Kobe's back to tell the coach to tell Kobe because you couldn't look at the man face to face. A real man, a real authority figure, a real guy that demands excellence in the presence of him, that demands excellence from everybody around him. A real man that understood what it was to win multiple championships, to have that kind of hunger. You couldn't look that guy in the face and just express your opinion on truthful basketball reasons that you believed in. And you might have been right. Pussy. I'm telling you, I'm going to find that video. I'm going to put the link in the description of this one, man. So yeah, LeBron James, all he wants is yes, man. But when it comes to a real dude that he knows is better than him, that he knows carries a heavier ore than him, that he knows really has the bravado, really has the balls, really is a man among boys. He can't step to anybody like that. He can't. And now he has created this ecosystem in the NBA where he is essentially looked at as that top dog, especially given his longevity, how long he's been in the league and his accolades. So everybody bows down to him. But think, back then, he wasn't that guy. That wasn't the ecosystem. Kobe was the guy that was revered. It wasn't LeBron James. And LeBron James hated it. He hated it. Absolutely hated it. I promise you that. He was so agitated of all the years getting compared to Kobe Bryant. People saying he wasn't as clutch. People saying he wasn't as good. Meanwhile, Kobe's still going to the finals. Kobe's winning championships. And LeBron James was the punching bag. He couldn't stand it. And then that's when he started this whole agenda thing. And it started cranking up slowly until it has become the seemingly unstoppable machine that it is now. I ain't making this shit up. Y'all think I'm making this shit up? I ain't making this up. This is how everything happened. I can't believe LeBron was sitting here bragging about being a bitch. I'm like, Negro, this does not look good on you. Why are you bragging about this? Any man would look at that scenario like, you can go talk to Kobe face to face. You obviously feel strong about this. You didn't have the balls. You scared of Kobe. Scared of him. Scared of the Black Mamba. And you supposed to be the GOAT? Man, I promise you, if that was Michael Jordan, he would have pulled Kobe aside immediately. If that was Kobe Bryant, he would have spoke to Jordan immediately. Ain't nobody running off to Coach K behind the scenes. Oh, you need to go talk to Kobe, man. You need to go talk to Kobe, man. I don't like what he did, man. I'm sorry, Coach K, I'm a pussy. I can't look at Kobe in the face and tell him this myself. Pussy. He is. People will often sit here and say, oh, LeBron James is a better leader than Kobe because he's a better facilitator. And everybody loves playing with LeBron James, even though that's not true. A lot of people hate that motherfucker's guts. But because of the agenda, the clutch movement, people afraid of getting blackballed, everybody's hush-hush about it. But they have these little inner circles. They know. Okay? So when you talk about leaders, to me, LeBron James isn't nearly as good of a leader as Kobe Bryant was. I want a man leading my team. Not a pussy. Not somebody that's going to cower to another guy on another team. Or even if we're playing together. I don't want that guy. I want the brutally upfront, honest guy that'll tell it to you exactly how it is to your face. A leader. Not that guy. Not the guy that's constantly jumping ship or getting people shipped out every time things don't go his way and doesn't want to take accountability and doesn't want to admit failure. No. You could talk to me about facilitating. You could talk to me about assists or how much fun he looks playing a game when he was doing all that dancing on the court earlier in his career. I don't give a damn about that. I'm talking about the stuff that when you fall, you don't go hopping from team to team and quickly shipping people out, but telling your guys, we're good enough to do this again. Let's get better. Let's get in the gym. Let's change our mentality and let's run it back. I want that guy. Anyway, that's all I got to say about it. I could go on for hours about this, trust me, but I got to pull the cord sometime. Appreciate y'all for stepping in. Shout out in the comment section. Like, comment, subscribe. Hit the bell, stay notified, even though the algorithm doesn't support people hitting the bell, doesn't let people know when my videos are getting uploaded, but what can I do? Catch you on the next one. We out, baby.